All right, so I'm going over my post-market review of the market. I took um, four trades today. Yeah, four trades today. I tried to short a few times, and then at the last one I said, screw it, I'm just gonna long it because of what I saw in the market. Um, there goes my trades. My first trade, I only took one at 10:45 right here. So let's go find. Let me pull up my quick access. Okay, let's see if I have it. All right, so I took one at 10:45. I tried to go short at this supply zone that looked like we created because price dumped at the morning, which is interesting because I saw price fall for no reason. Couldn't tell you why. I said, okay, that's interesting, and then we started to move up. So I marked this area as a potential spot for what just happened to Thinkorswim. All right, so I marked this as a potential spot based off of this right here. All right, so I think 10:45 was my trade right over here. All right, so I marked this area as a potential spot for where the trade sold off at. Yes, it's a doji. I don't typically use dojis as my entries because they are usually weak. But I do use them for a continuation down, and I had a bigger level here, a bigger supply zone, which is this line here. If I go back on the higher time frame, this level started way over here where we had a strong volume from FOMC, and then we had opening volume around here. So all of this was basically my supply zone, this large zone here. So price was holding this area, it fell. I said, okay, maybe sellers are stepping in. The sellers are interested, don't know where they came from, but they sold. And then at 10:45, when we came here, I did enter, but I shouldn't have been in this trade. I entered it, but we never broke below. And I said, why am I in this trade? We never broke the channel. We did not break the channel. Once again, I say we did not break the channel when I entered. So what happened? Right, I saw this. This looked like it was going to break, but I entered at 10:45:20 versus waiting for at least 10:45:58, where we had a higher chance of price closing. Right, I saw this. I said, okay, look like it's gonna close, and look like it was gonna move, but I entered too soon before the close of the channel, and I ended up losing. Looks like I ended up losing 89, 4 points on this one, 4.5 points, which caused me about um, this much here. All right, is that 4.5 points? 45 and 49. Yeah, 85, 49, 85. All right, 4.5 points. So 5 times 4.5. And so that's about right. So if it's a one ES contract, would have been that much, right? Would have been twice that much. So 4.5 points for that one. Can I mark? Can I add something? Can I add a text? All right, just see if I can add a text somewhere. 220. Well, it doesn't look like I can. Can I write? Wish I could write. Nope, I don't see anything. Is this writing? That's signature. All right, so screw it. All right, so this would have been that, and then I took another short around 11:31. So, but prior to that happening, right, this is where I exit. Price was just eating up this thing. Never was selling off. So I said, why am I even in this trade? I took out, and then price sold off. right? I was up here looking at price, and I said, okay, we finally came out of the channel. I said, oh, I should probably enter this trade, but there's no freaking volume. But we're below this volume here that was buying that didn't go anywhere, and then we're kind of like holding. So I was looking for a retest and then price moving up higher because we're in a buying state. But I had no buying candle, no volume here, nothing here. But I did have this, but we didn't cleanly break out of it, right? So I was kind of like a bit confused as to what exactly I needed to look for. Not going to lie, right? And then this happened when we broke out of the channel. I said I should probably just go short, right? We're out of the channel, should go short here. Stop loss right up about here, right? So about a 7 point stop loss. So here to here, like this, and then prices dumped and dumped and dumped like crazy. No reason why, and I said okay. Now I was about to enter right here, and then for my stop loss, I said I'll be chasing it. I have no idea what's happening. Why would I even be in this trade? But price dumped like crazy. There was no news, nothing. Kind of did the same thing I did over here, where prices fell, but much more sharper. And also this reversal was a strong reversal also, right? Which was the Sunday's lows. So once we got down here is where I started trying my shorts. We're at the 50% fib. I said we're back at value area high. Maybe we'll go back down to value area low. So I tried to short right there, as you can see. Tried to short at this level here. Now, was this the best place to short? Let's see. Only had one candle pullback, and then I tried it. I know I should have. I know I told myself I needed at least a um 5-minute channel pullback before entry, but I tried that first one. Cost me 125. Then I tried again at 42. Right, so it cost me 125. Then I tried again at 42. Right, so I said, okay, price is not breaking out of the channel like it should. Right, that was the first one. It came back out, so I exit. I said I'm gonna try it one more time. We kind of look like we broke, and we do have our two, 1, 2, 3, 4. So like we're breaking. Probably could have waited for this to close, but I mark this here, this 13K volume from this candle, and I realized where I try to enter at. Well, that's where price stopped, and price started to want to move higher. So when I noticed that, I said, okay, if we're gonna stop at this here and hold it, I'm gonna take the reverse. So I exit the trade immediately, and yeah, exit the trade immediately. I said I'm going to bank on the reversal happening, and I entered, and that's where I entered at, down here, and I took my first exit here. My first exit around here, 53.80. 1. So I took about what was that, 15 points. So about 14 points, and then I took my other exit at 87, and then at 84. At 20 points, and then at 84. My goal was to get up to here at 88. I was just go higher, but I said I'm not gonna let this almost 4-1 go to 2-1. So I had moved my stop loss very tight, and then I ended up getting stopped out, which I'm glad I did, because this by itself was able to bring me back to a green. If I didn't have that, and I did let it go back down, let's say to 77, Let's see here. 77 minus 84. 7 times 5, so 35 points. I probably would have been minus 46. So I would have been at basically majorly break even at 11.95. So, but I just took the exit. Got minus 35 from that. Yeah, I would have been more of a break even instead of like one ES contract getting 1 point. So I did want to let the entire trade ride, but we kept getting these higher dojis here, and price was struggling. And I said I didn't want to be greedy. I had my stop loss here, and I should have probably moved it up to here, but we kept pushing down, and then price went to my area here. This is where I would have loved to take in my first 3 contracts off, maybe all 4, and that would have been from 67 to 87. I closed out the calculator already. I moved very quickly. So let's do a quick math. So 20 times 5 times, so whoa, 20 times 5 times 5 would have been 500. So I only left like maybe 100 on the table, because this is practically 400, right? What I didn't notice, because I thought I had made a lot more, I did not notice that I was risking only 22 move. Here it is. All right, I didn't realize I was risking only about 5 points versus here when I was risking about 8 points, right? So this actually fell into my 1 ES contract versus these that are my 4 to 5 micro contracts because of how wide the spreads were. So if I had did 1 ES contract, that would have been a nice trade, even if I just took the 15. So right, that would have been a nice trade. But I don't think I wanted to risk another 250. Right, that would have been like a very bad deal because I was already down almost already 300, and my max risk was 500, so I was already cutting down. So, but if I was able to, if I did notice that, maybe I could have played it. But something told me to just continue to stay small and not go up, even though I wanted to. But this would have been a nice. I probably would have panicked sell, and it would have been like got out. But this was a nice move. Maybe if I caught, I think we're on reset mode at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Let me reset this. Maybe if I had caught that move down, maybe if my brain said, "Oh, look like we're reversing," and then I'll catch the move back up, I probably would have did 1 ES contract. So, what made me decide to change my directions with that trade was because of the it looked like we gapped at the change of time. Was because of the 13K volume, and if it wasn't for that, I'd have been really trying to push to go. Really trying to push to go short, and I'm glad that I've been burnt by this so much that I noticed it and said, "Oh, you know what? I think we're long. Let's go long." And then and I took it. I said, "Just go long. Put that stop here. It looks like we're ready to go. This is a fake break, and we should hopefully moving up," and we did. So, thank you for that. So, I am changing my charts to project more of this here, of just the higher volumes in the 1 minute, and then focusing more on the 5 minutes for my main volume ideas. That's what I'm gonna focus on more versus looking at the 1 minute and allowing it to just keep, you know, toss me around in every direction as far as how volume reacts. So that's it for me for today. Oh, I'll go over. All right, I'm just gonna change that one. I change it later because I can't figure out which one is which. I'm gonna go over. Here we go. And then this one. All right, because that's my thing here. All right, and then after I did exit here, prices had to drop down, consolidate, and then it had another fall out of bed moment. I wonder if this is a nice channel on the 5 minute because I'm liking what I'm seeing here, and we can actually probably get it like this, that, right? Let's go to the 1 minute and see what we got. I'm in the 5 minute, see what we got. All right, so yeah, so I would have tried to put these together. So that was a good one here. This is at noon. I stepped away. I don't think I had the mental capacity to stay in this trade or to try to like do anything. Let me clear these out. Nice drop. This is no longer good. We came down to where that volume was at, and we bounced back up. All right, no volume. We did have the same volume again, same exact ones. Red and that one, red and this one, pushed up, came back to here and dropped. If we go to the higher time frame, we see that it looks like a confusing mess. Here we had a nice red candle that closed below, green candle I meant, and so we had a nice potential for a sell actually. So this here at 12 to 12:30 gave a nice potential for that sell, and then that's where we got this nice what is that, 10-point move, 20-point move. Yeah, nice 20-point move. All right, this would have been a nice one here. Enter right here. Stop loss could be right above or even higher, and then go for that nice 2-1. And you know, sometimes it just takes taking time, just like really looking for that 5 minute setup to hit me. All right, this here never really fully set up. All right, it's too sideways, so wouldn't use that, but this looks good. All right, that one, this was looking good, just didn't like what was happening. It dropped. This looks good, held, stay above that. So this also would have been one if I was selling up here. Again, let's go to the 5 minute, the 1 minute, make it a little tighter. This, enter maybe on this one or this one. Top loss like that. Here we go. Yep, boom. Just had to wait. This is noon, so probably not entering this trade, but have to wait a whole hour for this drop for 10 points, which would have been agonizing. And then we did get some more bouncing around, especially bouncing off of this. Let's see what happened there. I gotta clear out this chart. This is a hot mess. This is initial balance. Oh, this is initial balance. I never went to the other side. Let's clear out some of this mess here. We can value area high was just not really being respected. Alright, clutter's gone. Okay, let's focus on that 10K area. So here we bounced, came back to it. At the end of the day, bounced again. All right, so I just wanted to see what was happening at this level. And then let's go to this here. As we can see, we never got anything down here. And we never got any 10K volume until then midday. This is it. You know, if I change this a little bit, or a little bit back to 5K, we'll see that we had some volume coming down to here, and then price just stopped, and then we had some volume coming down here. Right, but we never had a 10K volume like this. 10K volume rocks. 5K also rocks. Looks like it gave us change of direction. Alright, so that's it for me for today.